Alright, welcome back again. Hopefully I can finish up this project today. So where I left off, I was supposed to get the longer U-bolts, which I did. I went to Darrow's shop. I got a whole new set of U-bolts that are long enough for the 4-inch block. I could have left it fine. The truck was leveled. I wanted just a little rake because I put things in here, of course. So what I decided to do, I went to Darrow's shop, got the blocks. I got the U-bolts. Came home and I had this bright idea again. So me and my bright ideas. I'm not gonna put a 4-inch block in the rear. I'm gonna leave the 3-inch block. Ultimately, the correct way to do things, sorry the sun, the correct way to do things is to buy a whole new leaf spring. Even with a 1-inch block, I put the GoPro underneath the axle and I was looking at the whole truck underneath. With a 1-inch block, you step on the gas, there is axle wrap. Without it, very, very minimal. But I'm not going to spend another $1,500 on a set of leaf springs. That would mean that I would have probably spent about $2,600 by now. So I'm not going to do that. I just want the back to go up a little, maybe half an inch. Here's my bright idea. I took apart the stock leaf springs and I took the overload springs. Those overload springs are half an inch. Perfect. Which means I will not have to put a bigger block. The U-bolts in there will work. I can use the U-bolt flip kit. Everything will work. So I need to move the truck onto the street where it's nice and flat. That was too sketchy doing it on the driveway last time. I'm not going to do that again. I don't want to risk it. It was bad. So let me put the truck on the flat driveway. The flat street. Jack it up. Put these guys in and do all the little bits and pieces left. And I should be done for today. All right, let me get everything done. I'll show you guys what that looks like. All right, so the truck is on the jack stands now. Same thing as before. I'm gonna loosen the U-bolts. Then I'm gonna put the overload from the stock one in, the stock leaf pack, that last overload spring. Put that in. That should give me my half inch, and that should be it for that. So, time for time lapse. Alright, so the truck is jacked up. I got the jack under the front part of the leaf springs, took out the blocks. Now, the kit did come with these longer bolts for the add a leaf that I was supposed to add in. So if the bolt that I have in there is not long enough, then I'll use these, put it in, cut it. This is about 3 inches too long anyway. So the block is finally in. I just have to get the U-bolts in and do the other side. Well, this is just great. My hydraulic jack is leaking oil. Now I gotta fix that. Well, that is it for today. I am exhausted. Again, I'm tired. Everything came out exactly the way I wanted. The rear came up just a little, about half an inch. So it's exactly what I wanted. Now I have that little half-inch rake in the back, so I can put things in the bed and not have to worry. I'm gonna finish up those little parts. Maybe this weekend, who knows. My jack is leaking. I just bought that Arcan jack 6 months ago. Now I have to look for a cylinder repair kit, or possibly a whole new cylinder. I think they're about $90 or so. Anyway, I am dead tired. I need to shower and rest. I'll see you guys probably this weekend for the little last pieces that we need to put on. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, hopefully I can finish this up today. It has literally been a week since I worked on this thing, but where did I leave off? The rear spring pack for the stock overload spring is in. Okay, that's done. I double checked, retorqued everything up front. Now I just have the little pieces to put on for the brakes, and there's something I left off. I don't know. Anyway, let me grab the instructions and see where I left off. Okay, so this is where I left off. I put in the rear blocks, did that, yada yada, overload spring. Okay, I gotta look for part 70065, and this is the rear bracket that we're going to add on to extend the rear brake line, and part 70041 and part 70075. Oh, and I gotta put the spacers for the carrier bearing drop down. This is the piece that I took off and I eliminated, and that piece is, or was, here, right there. The reason I took that off, I cut it off, the rear of the suspension will flex. Having that on, I noticed that it would stretch it, and I just didn't want the parking brake to be stretched like that, so I cut it off and threw it away. Okay, time to swap out all those parts and see what that looks like. All right, since I'm under the truck, the first thing I'm gonna do is loosen all the stock bolts. First is gonna be driver's side here. This one I just took off already. This is the brake line bracket, and we're gonna take off this one and the one on top. Already just disconnected that. In place of those, the rounded one goes here, square one goes up there, and this extension bracket 7004 goes there. So time lapse or whatever, let me take all those off and put those in. That simple. Slight change of plan. Of course, I always love to alter things, right? So I left the top one there on top of the rear end, left that guy there. I put the bracket that was supposed to be up there, I put it here. It just seemed like it fit a whole lot better, and this thing is solid. Oh my god, it's not going anywhere. You will have to bend your stock factory line just a little. This was supposed to be more like an L kind of angle, but you just kind of push on it a little and it bends by itself. But that pretty much takes care of all of this. We're all done. Time to put in the front drop down spacers for the drive shaft, and I think that is it. So let me double check the instructions one more time. Okay, so this is the one I told you about that was on the top of the rear end. I put it on the side. It just seemed to fit better that way. Now we're gonna put the carrier bearing drop spacers with the provided bolts. That's what it's gonna look like. Driver leaf midpoint bracket and passenger. Okay. Also too, these are the brackets here. I think it's 70607074. These are the brake line extensions. I am not gonna put those on. Like I said, I want the rear parking brake cable to be free of movement, have more articulation. And if you're using the stock shocks or whatever Dirt Logic shocks, you would add your brackets to raise those guys up, and then recheck, retorque everything. That's it. We are done. I'm finally gonna be done. Okay, let me throw in the carrier bearing drop down brackets, and that should be it. Okay, so let me show you guys the carrier bearing. These are the spacers from Rough Country. I'm gonna take those out, put the new ones from Fabtech in. I'm gonna just crack loose one side, then fully take off the other side, insert the block, tighten that up, then fully take off this side, slip the block in, and tighten it up. And that should be it. So let me grab everything and get that going. All right, let's see what the last step is. So according to the instructions, the last step is to put on the shock extension. That guy. But because I already have the 6-inch vertex, I won't need these. So that is it, guys. Holy cows. I am done. This project is finished. Well, not 100% finished, 99.9%. So here it is. So the only thing left to do is to take it to the alignment shop, get it aligned, then I can fully test it out, play around in the sand. The reason I say it's not 100% done, I still need to order the King's shocks. Full extended length is about, I believe it was 28 inches. And that's to safely fully extend the coilovers without pulling out the front axles. So I think that is it for now. Get this thing aligned, test it out, and I still have a ton more things to do. The last couple of things I have to finish up this project is to probably get the traction bars. I may do that. I need to talk to Daryl about those. I still want to do the one-piece drive shaft. I still need to put in the cat shield, the one that Maka gave me. I need to figure out how I'm gonna make adjustments for that. And I've also been toying around with the crazy idea of a Pro Charger. My tuner James has a Pro Charger in his. It is crazy. So I may go on that route. I don't know. I still have a ton more things coming in. I still have those 4 Skylines that are inbound July. Holy cow, that's in the next couple months. So I'm gonna be extremely busy with that. Anyway, along with all my other projects, this one is 99.9% done. All right, so today is Saturday. I'm finally finished with the truck. It's all done. Now, like I said, it's Saturday morning. Friday, last night, I was on Marketplace. So the truck is not 100% done yet. I still need to get to Daryl's shop, order the new King's coilovers. Once I order those coilovers, that will set the height for the rest of the truck. But anyway, to continue on the story, I was on Marketplace last night before I went to bed, and I found something rather interesting. Thanks to brother Keahi, which I had met up with this afternoon, I ended up putting another twist on the plot, and here's what I got. Yep. Another change in plans. There's one constant in life, and that it's always changing. So next, well, sometime this week I'm gonna get the alignment done. Once I get the alignment done, test it out on the sand. Once all that is done, the new shocks should be here in maybe a month or two. I don't know. I'm not gonna put those leaf springs in until the shocks come in. Then I'll just do everything one time. So the projects never end. It's always ongoing. It's never ending. That's why it's infinite projects, right? Anyway, thanks a lot everybody for sticking around. Thanks for checking out the video. Stay tuned. There's a lot more changes coming up and a lot more changes. I'll see you guys on the next project. Take care, everyone.